yeah, it takes some effort, so those should not come off very easily. But if you're running around without the cases, somebody could come up and steal this in a heartbeat. Just saying. Hi guys, Nothing to Prove here. Today's a beautiful day because any day one could be out on two wheels is a beautiful day. And yeah, I'm on the new 1300 GS. Been out on it all day, brought it home last night. Thought, yeah, let me get out and let's talk and see what this bike does. So what do you mean does? Well, we know the numbers. Yeah, let's take a look at some of the numbers, shall we? And what the competition does. You can see that this, as far as power, is not the most. Or it is the most torque. Almost said not the most, but it is the most torque. It's not the lightest though. The Africa Twin takes the cake there, but also the Africa Twin is real low on power, real low on torque, also low on weight and low on price. These prices are base prices here in Germany though, so you guys have to take a look and see what it is around with you guys. Now, but look at the theoretical range to empty, 395 kilometers. Used to be 421 because they took away a liter. That's one nitpick. I'll be going over some of my nitpicks today. So this is what the competition looks like in the heavyweight adventure group. So when I say in this video, this is the best feature or my favorite of this group, it's this competition group here, guys. I've ridden every single one of these bikes on this list except for the Ducati Rally. I'll do that next year, but should be the same as the standard. Now, how does this feel on the street, the Powertrain? Now, where this motor pulls is a little lower in the RPM range, and it's odd. It's confusing because they made the bore diameter of the pistons bigger, and then they shortened the stroke by 3 millimeters. And you say, okay, that's not that much, but it matters. But I don't notice, because as soon as you make the piston diameter bigger and shorten the stroke, now it's geared more towards horsepower, not torque. The longer the stroke and the smaller the diameter of the pistons, now it's geared more towards torque. And so this is what I was expecting from this motor, especially not have any pull. Here, let's get into 6th gear and slow way down. Nobody's behind me. And here, we're at, what, 1,500 RPMs. No problem. If I was on a 1250, I would be shaking my fillings out right now. So I'm dazed and confused as to how they made the piston bore diameter bigger and shortened the stroke, but yet gave it this ability to run at lower RPMs. It's very interesting games that BMW is playing. Here, let's pass this guy. Girl. So overall, this Powertrain, and I cannot say enough, I have criticized every single quick shifter on every single boxer that BMW has ever made since the beginning of time. This is the first one I will not criticize. I cannot criticize. It is that good, guys. And man, I am flying through these roads, and normally I'm going slower on these roads. It's really fascinating how fast this, and on a road like this, it's an imperfect, it's very bumpy, it's very edgy. There's a fox. Uh-oh. Hello, fox. Oof. Don't want to hit him. I mean, it won't do much to the bike, a little bit, but I don't want to kill him. But anyway, I'm confused about this Powertrain. I was expecting a more revvy. Nah, it's not. It's perfect just the way it is, guys. So this Powertrain is getting 2 thumbs way up for me. Boom, boom. Now I'm doing 150, and Wow, well, let's do 160. Let's turn the cruise control on, set it. By the way, 160 is the max. So see, I have it set at 160, which is 100 miles an hour. And I'm just cruising on the Autobahn, talking to you guys like it's nothing. Wow, this is amazing. Very well done job with these dog ear wind deflectors on the left and the right side. I can do this all day long at 100 miles an hour on the Autobahn. No problem. This is, and oh, see, it slowed me down. It saw this car. Oh, cool. There, now I'm speeding back up because I got out of the way. Cool. Yep, it works. I wasn't even paying attention, and then all of a sudden I felt the bike slow down. So we can do this all day long till I'm blue in the face. And the wind, guys, is hitting me. Wow, it's on at the very top of the helmet, and a little bit here on my forearms. Yeah, you can see this going on, and around the neck, a little bit, just a little bit of wind pressure, and also here around my ears, just a little bit. Okay, now the cruise, the adaptive cruise control or dynamic cruise control, whatever they call it, you know, every OEM calls it different. See, they're slowing me down to that speed of those cars because I don't have my hand on the throttle. There's proof it's working, and it does on the Ducati. It does on my RT, same thing. No problem. But as far as wind noise, totally acceptable for a stock screen. That is awesome, BMW. Thank you. And also just cruising on the Autobahn at 100, 160. Come on. What other adventure bike can you do this so quickly? Okay, probably the Ducati, but in such comfort. And maybe the Tiger 1200 too. Yeah, maybe both of those. Let's see how the cruise control handles these cars. Okay, yep, see it's slowing me down. I'm not doing anything. The cruise is still set at 160 and I'm doing 136, 8, 9. Okay. That's enough Autobahn, plus I think it's raining down here. Yep, it is. Coming up to the forks, nothing to see up here on the triple clamp. I am liking this, and you can get 30mm risers here also with the Enduro package. But yeah, this is the new Evo suspension. Here you have that coming out here, and then a connection up to the triple clamp. And yeah, you see the steering damper there, and that's where the electronics plug in right there. You see there. On, yeah, this is standard 19-inch 310. This was 305 last year. And BMW and Brembo have come to an agreement. Say, what do you mean? Well, one of the main reasons, rumor has it, that BMW went to Hayes is because Brembo wanted their name on the outside. So it looks like they've come to and resolved their differences by saying, yeah, we'll let BMW put your name on the outside, but we still got to we can still put our name on the inside there. That's funny. Yeah, these are the M4 monoblock from Brembo's. I think they're actually the 4.32s. Now, 200 mils of travel, again, with the dynamic electronic suspension. And again, you see right there, yeah, Brembo, 2-piston, because these two pots are empty on the other side, so they're actually on the other side of this, along with this new, longer shaft drive. Now, with this frame, this all-new aluminum, cast aluminum subframe here, and then this sheet metal frame is what BMW is nicknaming it. And you have a connection point here to the Boxer and up here are the main connections. And yeah, there are other ones, but mains. But how does this all new chassis, brand new from the ground up, feel in the street? Oh, this suspension is soaking up these bumps. This is a not so nice road, or a very bumpy road, that I always take all bikes down, and I have it on dynamic ride mode, and the suspension's on dynamic too. So yeah, this is working, and working well, guys. It's strong and stiff, but solid. It's not too much. And so with this new Evo, can I tell the difference? It feels stiffer than the 1250. The overall chassis, the overall suspension, and the overall feeling. And it feels more rigid and more solid. That's the difference that I'm feeling in this. And it's kind of hard to explain, but no, it's now the rear brake. That's where it's vague at first. There, I locked it up there. Yeah. Oh, I gotta love that quick shifter. But it's vague at first, but then you get the, you know, about halfway through the press, you're starting to get feedback. By the time it's ready to lock up, then you feel it, like, okay. But that's Brembo. It's always late in the grab process. In the front, yeah, I had to look in my mirror. Oh yeah, same thing. It's different from the Hayes. Hayes grab right away and stay firm. Brembo grab a little later, and then they don't progress so quickly. And so that's what I'm getting used to with the Brembo on this GS right away. But this suspension, yeah, I am not complaining about it one little bit at all, guys. It's pretty good. Take a look at this new subframe bolt-on, this bolted-on subframe coming back here, and yeah, look at this. Nice. Finally, some of the OEMs have a clue that we don't want these huge cans. Nice small can, although you can do a dual can thing from Akrapovic by that option. This has side case racks on it, not the top. That would take another plate here with this right here, because now all the cases, the 3 cases, are keyless, along with the gas cap and the ignition. Everything's keyless. So that's a gripe of mine, a nitpick. Say, well, what if I don't want keyless? You don't have a choice. It's in the base model. But you do have a choice of having keyless or not with this. No, I take that back. You don't. They're all keyless. It will work with your key fob. Well, unless you get, of course, the soft luggage. But I have a nitpick with this. Take a look at this cover here. It's already come off, and those are the electrical contacts for when the case fits on there. When I picked this bike up yesterday, I said, hey. They said, yeah, after the first demo ride, this bike came back and that cap was missing. I said, what do you mean it was missing? Well, it's on this side here, and it just unscrews like this, you see? And so I don't know how or why. They didn't get into the details. They just were not very happy with the fact that it came back without it. Let me see if I can get this on there, and then turn it down like that. Yeah, it takes some effort, so those should not come off very easily. But if you're running around without the cases, somebody could come up and steal this in a heartbeat. Just saying. Here's the rear radar. That's where that would go for your blind spot detection. And this is 850 is the normal. They do have a low seat. It'll go down to 820. And then the high seat. And this is cool too. Yeah. Cool, huh? It adjusts. Also, they do have the suspension, adjustable suspension that will lower 30 millimeters. Anything below 30 kilometers per hour, it'll come down 30 millimeters, and then you go back up, it goes back up. So with the lowered seat at 820, you get the lowering electronic suspension that lowers automatically. This will go down to 790. That's pretty low for an adventure bike, and you still get the full suspension. That's nice. Thank you, BMW. But it's much like the Harley Pan America too. I don't know all the details on that. Now, 19 liters, that's a nitpick, of course, because last year in the 1250 it's 20. How does this feel in town, in a little parking lot? Now we're gonna go take a right here, and let's go down one of the worst roads in Paderborn. Let me close this so you can hear me, but okay, speed limit's 30. Oh, and the on-off, oh, no complaints whatsoever about this on-off throttle. Here, let's try it in first gear. Okay, everything's gentle in road mode. Would it be even more gentle in rain? Ah, here. Now, look at this cobblestone. And here, let me put the windscreen all the way down. And now I'm just letting the... Oh, this is so smooth. Wow. Can you hear the cobblestone? Yeah, you can't even hear it over the tractor noise coming from the motor. Yeah, this valve chain is noisy. Holy cow. Okay, but as far as road mode and soft setting, not dynamic suspension, oh, this thing is so smooth. Wow, I am really surprised at how, oh, and it's taking all these bumps. So that would be my preferred thing in a town, doing road, and make sure the all right, let me go in a second, it'll be a little easier. Make sure that you're on a very soft suspension setting. That would be my suggestion here. I gotta turn left up here to get out of here, because if I keep going right, I go into a parking lot. It's basically ending real quick. And let's see if I can come real slow. Let's go real slow at 16, 15. It's still in second, and just engage with no throttle. Oh, it just pulls. Okay, the 1250 just pulled too, so yeah, it's the same. But the center of gravity, wow, they've made it closer, and now the turn-in is equivalent to most, if not all, middleweight adventure bikes, guys. I'm dead serious about this. I am surprised. The Triumph 900 Tiger, the same feel. 1200 is much heavier than this, feeling wise, well, and weight wise. It's what, 3 kilos heavier in its standard form. Yeah, that's the other thing with adventure bikes. You always got to say, well, what form is it in? What options do you have on it? Well, I'm saying the basic, no luggage whatsoever. Yeah, the Tiger 1200 is 3 kilos more than this. But as far as feel, this is a middleweight adventure guide. This is what it feels like. Holy cow. And I have ridden every single middleweight adventure bike and every single heavyweight adventure bike. This is way more flickable than the 1290 SAS. And that's where they have the gas tanks lower too. But you still have that V-twin going up. So that's the difference that I'm feeling, is the weight of the motor is higher, and this, it's lower. Interesting. But they put the fuel lower on the KTM. What if BMW did that? Ooh, maybe that's the next generation of GS. The 1350 will be, the tanks are split and put lower. Although with the heads already there, I don't know if they can do that. They probably cannot do that. But coming to a stop, this thing is so smooth. Oh, will the hill hold kick in? Here, let me see if I can kick in the hill hold. 1, 2. No, I can't kick it in. It's on auto. Didn't get it to go. Maybe I'm not on as much of a... I need to be on more of a incline or decline than what I was there for, because it's on auto. But as far as in town here, wow. All I can say is wow for a heavyweight adventure bike. Okay, yeah, granted, I don't have any bags on or anything. Yeah, we're just talking the base options and everything. This thing is great. I'm loving it. 2 thumbs way up. Boom, boom. Left hand controls, since this is the 719 option, I am liking these. Adjustable. And this one's also adjustable over here too. And you get the billet, 719 billet. And also there, the 719 billet option down there, and a few other pieces. But what do you notice is different? This is actually different, but it looks the same as on my RT. But this is new. Take a look at this. Why? Watch the screen as I press this. It comes up. And then I'm using the wheel here, and you can go down to, what do you want to talk about? The cruise control, your heated grips or heated seat, the windscreen. That's what I'm on right now. Say, what do you mean? Yeah, you can adjust that, or and the damping too. Regardless of what this says, you can turn this to dynamic. Well, I have it on dynamic Let's see if it'll let me go to road. There, now it's letting me go to road. And now if I take it off, oops, let me go back. Now I'm on road with the damping, but then this is the drive mode is still dynamic. Interesting there, huh? I'm going to keep it on windscreen. And here, so now the windscreen will go up, or windshield, sorry American guys, yeah, I am an American, so I should say that the British are wearing off on me. And down, I would, now whatever it is you leave that on, so you just press up, and that goes away. Now whenever you press this button, it'll always be on the windshield. Whichever one you left it on last, see, that's the last one I was using it on. So that's nice. So if the last thing you were using were the heated grips, then that's what it would be on. You can see it's 9 degrees right now. 2, I have the heated grips on 2 and the heated seats on 2. This is still the same, but what is new this year? Yes, it does come up with a sports screen. Woohoo! Thank you, BMW. On an adventure bike, we have a sports screen that measures the dynamic traction control, how much you use, how much brake you use, ABS, and then the maximum lean. This will be the left lean, and this will be to the right lean. So yeah, that's interesting. How would I rate this bike? Good question. Very good question. I love it. Of the heavyweight adventure bikes, this is my favorite. The 1250 GS was getting kind of long in the tooth. The Tiger 1200 caught up to it. The Ducati almost caught up to it. A few other bikes. The Honda Africa Twin Adventure Sports is almost catching up to the 1250. But now GS has pushed ahead, and I just looked down at something. Take a look at the phone compartment right here. This opens up, and you can put your cell phone or smartphone in there, and then this comes out, but this is not, it doesn't stay open. I don't like that. But then right here, yeah, you have USB charging. That's correct, you heard me, USB charging. Not inductive, like on my RT or the K1600, which has been, what, in 21, so 3 years, this will be the 3rd year that BMW has had inductive charging on their motorcycles, and they're not putting it on their flagship, although they do have the active cruise control and blind spot detection now and all this stuff. So improvements, yes. Is this a better Boxer shift cam motor? Yes, by far. They have saved 12 kilos, and by my math, 12 kilos where? Well, they've saved 3.5 kilos in the powertrain, 2.5 kilos in the lithium-ion battery. Where else have they saved weight? I wrote it down because I can't remember, guys. 1 less liter. That's 0.74 in fuel, right? Kilos. 0,74 kilos lighter for all you German guys. And so that leaves us 2.26 for the frame and subframe and some other minor components. You know, they're saving grams here and there. So overall, really in my textbook, because they shorted this thing 1 liter, it's only really 11.2 kilos lighter, not 12. So when you see some, but now this year they have a new option with the forged wheels. So these are the spoked wheels, right, for off-road. Then for the street use, they have the cast aluminum. And now this year they have the forged, which are 1.8 kilograms lighter than the forged and these. These are actually a little heavier than the forged, I think, but not by much, you know. But these are off-road, and these have the new aluminum wire rim to make it stronger for impacts and rocks and so on. But the forged, if you get that option, which is 900 euros here in Germany, which I would, unsprung weight, yes, give that to me all the time. I don't care what it costs. Well, okay, I do care what it costs, because on Ducatis it'll cost 2 grand. Here it's only 900. That's what I'm saying, it's only 900. So then that would get this weight down to right at 235. 235 kilos. For a heavyweight, big bore adventure bike, yes, it's about time. Now, again, the benchmark is still the benchmark this year. If I was in the market to buy a heavyweight adventure bike, this will be number one on my list, by far. No other bike comes close to this bike. So if you guys ask me, Scott, which bike do you recommend? Scott, which bike would you buy? Yeah, you got it. This is it. It's worth the money because this is an investment. I love my 2021 RT. It's paid for, so I'm thinking about trading it in for this. No, I'm just kidding. My wife, if you're watching, I didn't say that. She's gonna roll her eyes. So, all right, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this review, guys. As always, ride safe. That's most important on the list. Leave comments below. I'll try to answer questions if you have them. I plan to make another video comparing the 1250 to the 13, getting very technical with the numbers. Maybe I'll have that out in a few more days. All right, guys, take care and ride like there's nothing to prove. Cheers.